Hi there, my name is Rebecca and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share and subscribe and ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. And I have a burning question on my mind this morning, which is, what are these rights that are under assault and under attack against the trans community? What rights do you not have as a trans person that you do have as a non-trans person? And you know what? It's actually a real question. I don't know. I really don't know what their point is. And honestly, I'm not being a dick about this. I really want to know. Okay, I'm being a bit of a dick about it, okay? I'm making a video for it on YouTube. But I'm not being a hateful dick about it. I'm actually asking a real question. What rights are they being denied? What rights are under assault? What rights are in danger of being taken away? Because I don't know. I do not know. But the narrative that trans people's rights are really under assault is complete. You know how complete and total that narrative is? I never even considered for a second that the trans rights were under assault until I stopped and thought about it. It's like, really? Well, that's a bit odd. I didn't really know. So, so that is the question we're going to be delving into today. And we're delving into it because I think the entirety of our entertainment media has been telling us that we need to support trans rights because trans rights are under attack. They've been screaming it at us, and we recently had this big hoo-ha in the Star Wars world. Who cares about Star Wars anyway? This hoo-ha in the Star Wars world, which brought this to the fair, which I thought this was a four, which is what I thought we should talk about this. And again, if you're on the other side of the aisle to me, I really hope there's somebody out there just let me know. Because I don't understand. I really, really don't understand. I would love somebody to explain to me. And if it's a decent explanation, I'll go, yeah, okay then. I think I'm a reasonable guy. But before we get into it, if you can consider hitting that subscribe button, thank you so much. I am incredibly grateful. And I do not want to... I don't want to intimate, I don't want to tell you that hitting the subscribe button has magic powers that will protect you. Your shields will go up, boom, and it'll protect you from infection and financial insolvency, which are the two barrels that the entire world is looking down right now, okay? I don't want to protect you. You will be magically protected from insolvency and infection, but what if it is a magic button that will protect you from insolvency and infection? Like, I don't want to deprive you. So hit that subscribe button now. Be on the safe side. Who knows what could happen? I am incredibly grateful. And just to show you my gratitude, I give stuff away each week on this channel. The thing I'm giving away this week, I actually meant to give away last night. I'm giving away tonight. It's, what day is it? Oh my God. It's Tuesday. Okay. Are you finding that you're forgetting the days of the week? And it's only been like, this is my, a 10th day of it. Are you forgetting the days of the week? And this is weird because my routine really hasn't changed much, I've been in training to be doing this social distancing all my freaking life. I live in my basement, and before I screamed at my camera, my webcam, and put it on YouTube, I just screamed at the walls. Not much has really changed. The only thing that really changed is they closed the synagogues, which is that really is the only place I ever really went to. So now you're not allowed to be within 2 meters of each other. There are a couple of rogue backdoor prayer groups going on, doing so. Well, we all got to stay 2 meters apart, but doing in people's garden. So that's really the only. And I'm forgetting the days of the week. My wife's the same. And again, her routine hasn't changed much either. But I'm forgetting those. Okay, so it's tonight, Tuesday. I was going to do it last night. I did 5 hours of live streaming on Sunday. I couldn't do it on Monday. I was just too tired. So tonight, Tuesday, I think we're doing a Breaking Bad stream, which is where we're going to be giving away this Breaking Bad, the complete season 2. Fantastic season of TV. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is the very important part from my perspective. Then leave the hashtag I am the one who knocks. I am the one who knocks. Look in the video notes. I'll give you all the instructions. Also, there is a audio Doctor Who adventure from the mid-80s. Audio from the mid-80s, starring Nicholas Briggs as the Doctor, who now does the voice of the Doctor. Again, go help yourself. Share and enjoy, baby. We're all in this together. So let's talk about this whole issue of trans rights under assault, and I don't know how they're under assault, and I'm hoping somebody's going to answer that for me. So let's back up and talk a little bit globally about this. I think there are 3 basic ways you can think anything is true. You've got knowledge, you've got belief, and you have faith. So knowledge is something you have first-hand or very strong experiential knowledge, information about. Like knowing you have a hand has 4 fingers and a thumb, right? you can see that, right? You see that first-hand experiential knowledge. I can now, obviously, yeah, these are just like signals hitting my eye, which are translated by electrons into my brain. Those electrons might be wrong. They may be giving me a picture of what's not true. I might have big claws for all I know. Who knows? Okay, but forget that. That's just way to go crazy. First-hand experiential knowledge. That's knowledge. Now you can also say if something is so incredibly unlikely, you can also know it as well. Like the world is round, and most of us have not been in space and know the world is round. But the level of conspiracy that we would have to convince us the world is round when it really is flat, it seems unfeasible. Although people believe in flat Earth, I really don't understand their point of view. That's I really got to look at it at some point. People believe that. They really believe it. They really believe it. Okay, I guess so. But again, I just think we can say with knowledge that the world is round because we have lots and lots and lots of evidence to suggest it was. So that's knowledge. Belief is something you have strong circumstantial evidence for. So a belief could be true. It might not be true. You never know. So a good example is people used to believe that the sun and the moon orbited the Earth and not vice versa. And why? Because that's what it freaking looked like. You look at the sky, the sun's going over here, and then the moon. That's what it freaking looked like. And then it looked like it so much that that when Galileo suggested that's not the case, people were like, no. You know what? Galileo was the first person to be cancelled. That's really what happened. So again, my question is, and I'm trying not to be dickish about it, but what are these rights that are under assault if you're gay? So we have faith, we have knowledge, we have belief, and we have faith. Faith is when you have contradictory evidence, strong contradictory evidence. Faith, I think, is much more dependent on something that you want to believe, one that you want to think is true. So people have faith in all kinds of things, but really, faith in something can completely change your perception of it, and it's bizarre. We've certainly seen this over the last 5 years in politics. We have a political leader in America who you may be aware of, and he will say one thing, and then half the people go, "Oh my God, that's so racist! Oh my, he's saying where this disease came from, racist!" And you have the other half of people going, "What? It didn't say anything racist." And then so the people who are screaming racism then look at the people who go, "What?" Go, "Oh my God, you're racist too!" And that's how that's how we're in this like weird situation that we're in, where we have people being called istophobes and all kinds of because it's all, I think it's an expression of faith. People's differing faith while viewing the same thing, which is really also the people who are like kind of, I want to use the word evangelical against that said politician. They're very much like zealots, who want to burn anybody at the stake, who doesn't believe in them. It's just if you did an emotional profile, that's essentially who they are. Which is weird. So those emotional zealots, they do control a lot of our media, and they do like Twitter an awful lot. So we've had in our pop culture a kind of relentless assault saying we must support trans rights. The trans people need us. The trans people need us. And I really can't believe I never asked this question before. I'm like, how? It always irritates me whenever I see the current Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker, who is freaking awful in the role. She has her costume, which is awful, has a rainbow flag on it at the top. So it's clearly an expression of support for the trans community, because we got to support the trans people. We got to, It's not saying you're down with the LG or LGB people, because who isn't? I mean, I understand in the 70s it was illegal to have same-sex relations, but now who cares? By the way, if you want to see a great drama about what it was like in that era, check out Russell T Davies' A Very English Scandal, a Very British Scandal. It's really good. It's about the Jeremy Thorpe affair, who was a politician in England in the 70s, who was gay, who was very closeted gay. And it's and you get to see what life was like there. It's a really sweet love story. Which it's one of Russell T Davies' better pieces, I think. But anyway, that was like 50 years ago that people didn't like anybody for being gay. I would say when I was growing up in the 80s, that nobody cared. Like we had this. If you ever seen the show Are You Being Served? It was quite typical. You had one gay character on it called Mr. Humphries, played by John Ibman, and he would camp it up a bit. I think it was gay in real life, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure. But like, it was the laughter that ensued wasn't. I don't believe was hateful. I really don't. I don't think anybody was like, oh, I hope that Mr. Humphries gets beaten up. And again, I know queer bashing is a thing, and it happened. But does it happen so much anymore? I just think bashing happens. So anyway, like, I don't think it was a support for the LGBT communities, because they don't need support any more than, like, the blonde community or the bearded community too. Like, I don't think it should. I think it was that's something very, very typical of this Doctor Who. She's very I would say, what's the word they say, very relevant, which means pretty much irrelevant. And so I think it was a support for the trans community. So we just had this other thing pop off, which was Rosario Dawson was just announced she was cast as Ahsoka Tano in the Mandalorian series season 2. So firstly, yes, that sounds freaking awesome. I want to see that. And it'd be like so it takes place 5 years after Jedi, and Return of the Jedi is 25 years after the Clone Wars. So is that how? Yeah, but I think so. So yeah, so she's about 15, 16 when she comes in the Clone Wars. So yeah, she'll be. I get it. Mid-40, perfect. It's an interesting casting, and I'm really interested to know what they're doing with the character. And whether I feel bad that what's the name, Ashley, whatever her name was, won't be playing. But she's too young. She's too young now. I think too pretty as well. But Rosario Dawson, I thought good casting. However, who didn't think it was good casting? The Twitterati, the blue check Twitter Taliban, who are fully invested in save the trans people, again. Please, if you're on that side, just tell me what we're saving them from. It doesn't seem to me you get any more crap being trans than if you do being anybody else. I can't see, and again, in terms of law, in terms of right protected, I don't see what rights that somebody has who isn't trans that they do have. But who does see the plight of the trans people? Whose heart bleeds for the plight of the trans people? An idiot, an idiot called Ray Carson. Ray Carson is the writer of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker novelization. Who on earth is buying that? Really? I don't know anybody's buying the DVD or Blu-ray or download. Who on earth is buying it? I'd love to know the sales figures of that. Must be in the toilet. But like she again, she's one of the blue check mark Twitter Taliban. So at first she's like, oh my god, Rosario Dawson's playing a female character, a female Jedi character. Oh, because women are oppressed. And this is a sign that women will stop being oppressed. And then like 10 minutes later, the rest of the Twitter mob told us, Ray Carson, no, you can't be supporting Rosario Dawson. But why? She's a woman. She's my sister. She's oppressed. Because she oppressed people. And how does she oppress people? This is how she oppressed them because she was accused in a lawsuit of misgendering someone, of her family misgendering someone. So, firstly, it's just an accusation, okay? And secondly, I don't think that's the end of the world, mate. I think if you're going around calling somebody, if you're doing it to piss somebody off, yeah, it's being kind of dickish. I don't think that's like legally actionable. Yeah, when is it legally actionable that somebody could be somebody could be a dick to you? Look, if somebody says screams at me, "You Jew scum! I'm glad 6 million of you were murdered." That's legally actionable. That's hate speech. That's saying that's like that's racism. But if somebody says, "You fat prick," what am I go like, well, I guess he's kind of right, like, yeah. Nobody is free of abuse. So they want to say that that the trans community have an unusually high suicide rate because they receive so much abuse. I just don't think they believe abuse. Again, let's go back to faith, knowledge, and belief. Then the idea that gender is mutable, which is the central core of transgenderism, and the gender is mutable, and it's as a normalcy rather than an aberration. I just don't think. I think it's a belief. I think it's a belief or it's a faith, because I think the scientific evidence against it is very strong. For the 99% of our species, for more than 99% of these species, for the entirety of human history, there have been two genders, and genders have not been mutable. You've had a small amount of people who do cross dress, and people who are born male and want to be female, born female, and feel more comfortable as a male. But like that, they're a very small section. That's not what one could call normal. In the same way that somebody who's a one-legged banjo player. Now, they exist, right? And I don't think one-legged banjo players should have any lesser rights than two-legged banjo players, or even, gasp, terrible to know, non-banjo players. I don't think they should have any less right. But again, to say it is a normal reflection of humanity to be a one-legged banjo player just isn't the case, because most people aren't one-legged banjo. And that's not to say that the one-legged banjo player should be made to feel ostracized for his one-legged banjo playing. And I don't think trans people should be made to feel ostracized for being trans. Okay, but I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is that they want people who don't agree with them, to agree with them. They want people who don't agree with them to say, yes, gender is completely mutable as a normalcy for the human race. Which again, the data just isn't there. That's their belief. That's their faith, and they act like religious zealots who are not who want to burn people at the stake for not sharing their faith. So again, Rosario Dawson cast as Ahsoka Tano, and then apparently in October there's a lawsuit filed against her because she was for a family misgendering someone. And again, really, firstly, that's an accusation. But for the Twitter Taliban, who are all freaking morons, just like, firstly, if you tweet more than like 10 times a day, you're tweeting too much. Stop it. Nobody needs to hear your every idiotic thought that goes through your idiotic brain. Okay, not everybody needs to hear everything you're freaking thinking of. So one of the people I'm thinking of is Ray Carson. Ray Carson is somebody who loves being part of a Twitter mob and is the same kind of religious fundamentalist that wants to burn anybody at the stake for the absolute crime of being accused of misgendering someone. So at first on Twitter she was like, "Yay! Ahsoka Tano! Woo!" Because because Ahsoka Tano is a female character, she's a woman, and she's writing Star Wars, so she's like, yes, a female Jedi, wow, so good, and she was like so excited, and then somebody else, another author, says, she's a bit problematic. No, she had it was just, again, this is an accusation. This is guilt by accusation. It's disgusting. It's the antithesis of freedom. So Carlson then tweeted out, also, apparently Dawson is a gross person, ? My joy meter just went from 10 to 0. Really? Okay, Ray, you're a gross person. You're a gross person, and I think people should be judged on the content of their character and the quality of their work. Both of which you suck at. Both of it you suck hard at. And this just went on and on and on. So then the star of Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal, also said, you know what? There's not enough people who understand that I'm a moron. Not enough people understand I'm a moron. And Pedro Pascal, fantastic actor, loved him in Game of Thrones. Great as a Viper. Loved it in Mandalorian. Not that you really could have had anybody, but loved him in Mandalorian. So he was put under pressure to tweet out trans rights, just so everybody knows he's down with the trans people. So he tweeted out in caps, trans rights! And then he had hashtag forever and always. So again, going back to the initial premise, what rights do you have if you're not trans that you don't have if you're trans? Can somebody please answer me? And I'm going to make a guess. And my guess is this: 0. There's no rights whatsoever. It's just people wanting to virtue signal and feel good about themselves. Because why? They're morons. So listen, if you're out there and you like people to see what a good and wonderful person you are, you're a bad person. And secondly, if you want people to think of you as being a good and wonderful person, that takes work and effort. Get yourself to a soup kitchen, start volunteering, and don't make a big deal of it. be a good person. If you be a good person, you don't need to show you're a good person, because being a good person makes it obvious that you are a good person. Being a shitty person makes it it's being very, very clear. And honestly, I think Disney, it's beyond me how they do not have a clause in their contracts with their creators saying that if you attack the audience, if you have a if you come out and you want to make contentious political statements and tell anybody who doesn't agree with your outlook that gender is mutable, if anybody which is going to alienate half your audience, which you've already done anyway, so who cares? But if you're going to do that, then you're going to be fired. And that's really. But the reason they don't do it is because they agree with they are in the blue check Twitter Taliban as well, and that's why they let it slide. And that's really, in short, what I think destroyed the comic book industry, which as of today, I believe is over. Diamond distributors have stopped distributing, so the comic book industry is over. So there you go. We've covered a lot of ground today, and we've asked the question, and I really hope I get an answer. What are these rights that trans people don't have? Inquiring minds, well, at least my mind, wants to know. My name is Felix Beck, and the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, subscribe, ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop, and have yourself a very safe and fantastic day.